feeling great. You know, I'm ready to go shock the world.
Hey Max. Boxing is always bigger and big. Don't say boxing is not big enough.
And Terence Crawford.
The crowd goes wild and cheers echo through the arena as the names of two legends are called out for the press conference of one of the biggest fights of this generation. While this event is being etched into the scrolls of history, heated face-offs are inevitable. Right as the conference began, Terence Bud Crawford was met with a wave of boos from the fans of Canelo Alvarez, giving a visual on the fact that he is being considered the underdog between the two boxers. While claiming that he would show the world who he really is come Saturday fight, Terence remained stoic in front of the haters who kept underestimating the fighter's potential.
Well, anybody can be a nobody, and for what everybody say, I haven't fought anybody, so come Saturday, we're gonna all see. Well, it's gonna be stamped in the history books, and the debate is gonna be over.
Go ahead, who's next?
Esta pregunta para Canelo.
Moreover, Terence Crawford did not shy away from adding to the fire by calling out Canelo in a sarcastic way, pointing out the fact that the Mexican fighter had his belts out to show off his achievements. To add salt to the burn, Terence gave a massive shout out to all the Latino and Mexican fans who came out all the way to show support for him. He even gave Turki Alalshikh a public shout out, giving him all the credit for making this fight happen.
Congrats, Canelo. Taking them belts and all that stuff too. But shout out to all my Latino and Mexican fans, because I know y'all out there too. I appreciate y'all. I know some of y'all over there booing, but I still got some of y'all out there that support Team Crawford. And I would like everyone to give Turki Alalshikh a hand and a round of applause, because without him, none of this would be possible. So thank you, Turki. Appreciate you.
Furthermore, while discussing the fight, Canelo claimed that this is one of the biggest fights the fighter has ever faced throughout his career, raising the stakes even higher. Glad for being allowed to fight, Canelo jabbed at Terence, claiming that it would be just another victory for the Mexican fighter. Meanwhile, Crawford claimed that throughout his career, critics claimed that he had yet to fight someone of note. So here he is, fighting Canelo Alvarez.
It's big, and you can notice how big is this fight, and I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. One more for me.
For me, it feels great for one reason. A lot of people for years always ran with this narrative that I fight nobodies, I can't sell, I don't have a personality, I'm this, I'm that, all these negative things. And look at all this, to see me fight Canelo. What can they say now?
Additionally, when asked about how the fighters felt about the fact that this might possibly be the last of the greatest fights of their careers, Canelo responded by saying that there is no telling what lies ahead in the future, so it cannot be said with certainty whether this would be the end of their respective careers in terms of greatness. Crawford claimed that he does not think ahead. For him, the present fight is more important than reminiscing on the past or present.
I don't know what's ahead. I can't speak. I mean, speaking myself personally, I don't know if this isn't the biggest fight. If not great things lie ahead. I'll tell you what. I'm focused on this fight. All I care about is this fight right now, and I'm just enjoying this historic fight and this opportunity. I'm enjoying this one because we don't know about the future and what lies ahead. Terence? I'll set them. Terence?
Your answer, Terence.
Tell him the question.
You right now, after a long career, even though this is a great fight, you're near more towards the end of your career than the start. How nostalgic are you about this, and how do you feel about the fact that this is probably the last great big fight and possibly one of the greatest fights you ever seen?
Well, I'm not focused on that right now. You know, I'm focused on the task at hand. I'm dialed in. You know, my only mission is Canelo. That's it.
Similarly, when another hard-hitting question was thrown at Terrence, he replied with honesty, claiming that the fact that Canelo accepted this fight means a lot for him, while stating that this fight could not have come at a better time in his career, being ready for it both mentally and physically. Canelo answered the question of why he accepted Boat's fight invitation by claiming he wants to share the ring with the best of the best.
It feels great. You know, for me, it couldn't happen at a better time. You know, this is my time, like I've been saying, and come Saturday, I'm just gonna show the world. That's it.
Oh, I like to share the ring with the great fighters. That's why.
Interestingly, Turki Alalshikh dropped a whole truth bomb during the press conference, leaving the boxing world stunned with what he said. When asked how the Excellency felt about awarding one of the best Mexican fighters a huge sum of money of $100 million, Turki corrected the journalist by saying he got the number wrong. The contract between Canelo and him was of much higher value.
$100 million. How do you feel about that?
No, you get the number wrong. The contract between us and Canelo, more than that.
Los subes están malos. El contrato es un poquito más grande que eso.
Felicidades, Canelo.
Moreover, while calling this the biggest match in fighting history, Turki Alalshikh talked about how this fight brings about a much-needed change in the boxing world by switching from pay-per-view to a streaming platform. Turki even pointed out the fact that come Saturday night, it would be made clear if Canelo remains the king of his division, or if Terrence makes history by being the undisputed champion in 3 different divisions, to which Canelo replied with a remark.
And I remember, I was very mad to paying $100 for this burning match, our fight. Tomorrow, after tomorrow, and Saturday, we will see one of the 2 greatest fighters of all times. The king of boxing, the king of his division, Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing now, or Terrence Crawford, undefeated, who have maybe making the history for the first time, 3-time undisputed in 3 divisions.
You wish.
I must say it.
After the face-off between the 2 fighters, Roy Jones Jr. made an interesting observation about what went down. According to him, Terrence Crawford won the fight before it even started, and that is by making his opponent look away first during an intense face-off. Roy believes that the fact that Crawford was able to intimidate his opponent that much before the fight surely proves that he's ready to do the same in the ring.
When I watched that up-close interview, or interactment, Bud made sure that Canelo looked away first. Bud is for real.
He made sure Canelo broke the stare.
He made sure, and you know me, because this is what I do. You understand me? I believe in winning fights before the fight starts.
Right.
You understand me? I had to watch that to be sure. I saw who was gonna take the edge. Canelo did it off like it was, and don't get it wrong now, that could be, that don't mean nothing to everybody. But to me, when I make you look away first, and somebody ain't gotta force you to look away,
It doesn't necessarily mean something, but maybe it does mean, maybe it might.
On the other hand, Shakur Stevenson claimed that Canelo has no idea what is about to hit him on Saturday. Praising Terrence Crawford's work ethic, punching power, and overall boxing abilities, Shakur claimed that he has never seen a fighter box like Terrence Crawford does in the ring. Not wanting to reveal too much of the insider secrets, Shakur claimed that the world will see what he is talking about in the fight night.
That great is, I've never seen nobody with a work ethic like him. He's the hardest working boxer that I have ever been around in my life. And, I think that carries him over in these fights.
When you talk about the hardest working boxer, what sort of stuff is it that you're seeing with him in camp that you wouldn't necessarily see with another boxer?
See, I can't give the details out because that's like me giving out the secrets. So I can't tell y'all the secrets, but I will tell you I have never seen a fighter work harder than Terrence Crawford.
People are making a lot of the weight, the fact that he's coming up 2 divisions. What do you make of it? How do you think he's carrying the weight, and how do you think that will affect the way that he fights?
I think it's going to be very interesting. I think that his punching power is not just a 147-pound punching power. I think when he turns it on, it don't matter who's in front of him, you're going to feel like
In another interesting instance during the press conference, Canelo Alvarez got irritated by Max Kellerman, who kept underestimating boxing as a sport. According to Canelo, boxing has always been huge in terms of fame, hype, and fans, and it will continue to get bigger and bigger as years go by. Not wanting to compare boxing to any other sport, Canelo made it clear in front of the whole world that boxing is boxing.
You want an NBA or an NFL in boxing? Here it comes. Because he knows how to build an institution. And how do you do that?
Hey Max. Boxing is always bigger and big. Don't say boxing is not big enough. Boxing is big. You know how big is boxing.
Should it get bigger, yes or no? Should it get bigger, Canelo?
Maybe it's gonna be bigger, but look, boxing is always big and bigger and bigger and bigger. We need to talk about that too. Boxing is boxing.
I love Canelo in English, by the way.
Boxing is boxing.
No lies. No lies.
Comparison.
How do you do
it? There.
Talking about being irritated, another instance garnered attention from the fans of the boxing world when Dana White himself got into a heated argument with a renowned boxing journalist, Sean Zittel, who dared to question changes Dana had been planning to make in the boxing world. Daring the journalist to take an interview with him face-to-face, Dana shut down the questions by saying the questions should be related to the fighters, not him.
Well, this is obviously a long discussion. If you want to talk to me about that, set up an interview. This isn't about me and my business. It's about these two guys on Saturday night.
My follow-up, Dana. Earlier this week, the California State Athletic Commission had a hearing about TKO trying to bring those changes to the Ali Act, and it was postponed 3 months.
Listen, I get it. You want to showboat right now. Set up an interview with me if this is really what you want to talk about.
It's America, baby.
If you have
First
questions
Amendment.
for these two, ask them and you can set up an interview with me.
Dana, my follow-up is, if TKO can't make those changes to the Ali Act, will you still invest in the sport of boxing? Will you compete in the market?
Listen, if you want to be an asshole, let's do it in private and we can do an interview.
Yes or no?
If you want to showboat, I get it.
In another instance, Dana had talked about his experience of stepping into the world of boxing, claiming that he had been offered to promote his fight by Turki Alalshikh himself. Giving another controversial statement, Dana claimed that this fight would be the third biggest fight in the history of the boxing world, not the biggest as most people expect it to be presented as.
Turki said, I put this fight together and I would love for you to be the promoter of it.
Yeah.
And who the hell would say no to this?
I can't, yeah.
You know
nobody,
what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd have to be mentally ill to not want to promote this fight.
Right. So this whole thing, this build-up, Netflix, the entire thing, is this the big push for Dana White to do more in boxing? I've heard you talk about this new Contender series you're going to do. Obviously, Zuffa Boxing now come to life. Is this the first of many?
What we did was, when Sheikh Turki asked me to be the promoter of this fight, we went out, we cut the television deal, we went out and cut the arena deal.
Yeah.
You know, we did all the groundwork for this thing. And then obviously we're putting together the production, you know, all the nuts and bolts and all the things that go into a fight, we did. This is going to be the third biggest fight in history.
Crazy.
Right? And I know a lot of people like to talk shit.
Furthermore, during the press conference, Turki Alalshikh made sure to dispel the rumors being spread about the two fighters. He claimed that Canelo's knee was perfectly fine, and Crawford's shoulder had not been damaged. As most say, Turki also went ahead to announce that Canelo had signed 3 more fights with him, forming the boxing world's biggest contract deal till now.
They talk a lot about the knee of Canelo. They talk a lot of the shoulder of Crawford. It is all rumor, it's not truth. And I want to say something. Thank you also to Canelo to accept this fight and accept to do it. And honestly, we signed with the Canelo the biggest history contracts ever happened in boxing for 3 fights. And Saturday, I hope to see great fight. They will give everything, and I hope, first of all, their safety.
Moreover, Canelo made sure to share what he thinks is the secret behind all the success and how he has been able to dominate the boxing world for so long. According to Canelo, if you love what you do and have a deep passion for it, success comes to you naturally. However, he also argued that it is not easy as it seems. It involves a lot of hard work and sacrifice to reach the level he has attained as a legendary boxer.
It hasn't been hard to dominate boxing for the past 10 years if I didn't love boxing. If I didn't love this sport, if I didn't dedicate myself, and I didn't think of being someone every day and being the best, it would be really hard. But I don't. I love this sport. It would be difficult if I didn't love this sport as much as I do.
No quiere decir que sea fácil. Se requiere mucha disciplina, muchos sacrificios y que de verdad ames lo que haces.
It does not mean it's easy. It involves a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifice, and that you love what you do.
Additionally, Canelo even mentioned Jaron Boots Ennis, who helped him train for the upcoming fight, claiming that the two fighters have had a long history prior to this. According to Canelo, all the sparring partners he has had till now for the preparation of this fight have been extremely helpful, helping him gain the experience and practice of how it feels to go against someone with the same build and style as Crawford.
I always have great partners in the gym. Is good because you always want a good sparring partners there, good partners in the gyms and we have history. His older brother Derek Ennis helped me when I fought Shane Mosley, so we have history there in the family, and I'm glad he come to the camp and give me some good work.
In the end, with only a few days remaining for the most anticipated fight to happen, both fighters have made it clear that neither of them is planning to return as the loser of the match. With such high self-confidence and a lot at stake, only time will tell who will stay true to their word by the end of the rounds. What are your final predictions? Will Terence Crawford prove himself as the pride of Omaha, or will Canelo Alvarez return to his country as the ultimate champion and pride of Mexico? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you can stay tuned for more updates. See you soon.